On 5th September 2017 at around 8 p.m., journalist and activist Gauri Lankesh was returning from work. As she approached the gate of her home in Bengaluru's Raja Rajeshwari Nagar, three men opened fire at her. Two bullets pierced her chest and one in the back. Lankesh, lying in a pool of blood, died almost instantly. Two motorcycle-borne assassins who shot Lankesh were later identified as Parshuram Wagmore, 26-year-old and a former member of the Sri Ram Sena in Bijapur, and Ganesh Miskin, a right-wing activist from Hubli. Lankesh, a vocal critic of right-wing Hindutva and communal forces, and the cold-blooded murder of hers sparked protests across the country. Chants of "I am Gauri, we are Gauri" were seen in several cities including Bengaluru, Mumbai, and the national capital of Delhi. Lankesh's murder also raised serious questions on the freedom of speech and press and the safety of journalists. 7 years since that fateful day, where does the case stand currently? Hello and welcome, I am Shubham Chohan. Let's get started. Gauri Lankesh was then the editor of a weekly called Lankesh Patrike, was known for being a critical voice and having controversial views. She was seen as someone who wasn't afraid to speak her mind and even took on the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party head-on critical issues. She had worked with several news publications and was also an advocate of free press. Following her murder, a special investigation team or SIT was formed. Between 2018 and 2020, the SIT arrested 17 of the 18 accused in the assassination. They were charged under the Karnataka Control of Organized Crime Act. In fact, all the accused belong to pro-Hindu outfits. They are either former or current members of the Sanatan Sanstha or the Hindu Janajagruti Samiti. Parshuram Wagmore, a former member of the Sri Ram Sena in Bijapur, was identified as the shooter. All of them were influenced by a book, Shatra Dharma Sadhana, which identifies anti-Hindu, quote-unquote, anti-Hindu elements of society as evildoers and calls for their elimination. This is what the charge sheet says. They are like-minded people who wish to establish a Hindu Rashtra, and in order to achieve it through terrorization, they have gathered in violation of the law and have established a secret and an unnamed organized crime syndicate. Some of the accused are also involved in the murder of rationalists Narendra Dhabolkar, Govind Pansare, and M.M. Kalburgi. Investigations have revealed that the plot to kill Gauri Lankesh was established in 2016. As per an extensive report by the News Minute, an accused, Sujit Kumar, showed 4 other co-accused a video. In the video from 2012, Gauri Lankesh was seen slamming the Hindu Jagran Vedike, a fundamentalist group, over an attack. Lankesh said, "The Hindu Jagran Vedike claims to have done this to protect Hindu culture and Hindu Dharma. I asked them, what is your Hindu Dharma? Who fostered your Hindu religion? This is a religion without a father or mother. There is no good scripture in this. Until the British came here and named it, there was no name for it. Is this even a religion?" The mastermind of Gauri Lankesh's assassination was Amol Kale, a former Hindu Janajagruti Samiti convener. Amol Kale hired Parshuram Wagmore, a member of the Sri Ram Sena, to shoot Gauri Lankesh. He was told to kill Lankesh for the sake of saving Hindu Dharma. The shooter was taken to an isolated land in Belgaum to practice shooting using an air pistol. Kale put together a team and each person was given a role, from surveillance to logistics. And it was in September 2017, almost a year after that, that Gauri Lankesh was killed. While the accused were arrested between 2018 and 2020, trial in this case did not begin until March 2022. That is 5 years after the killing. Since then, 3 judges have changed. In the last 9 months, 8 of the accused have secured bail. 4 of them reportedly got bail yesterday: Bharat Kurane, Sujit Kumar, Sudhanva Gondalkar, and Shrikant Jagannath. The first to get bail was Mohan Nayak in December 2023. The Karnataka High Court granted him bail, citing a delay in trial. Nayak has been accused of providing logistical support for the murder, including renting out a house which was allegedly used by shooters as a hideout before the killing. 3 other accused were subsequently granted bail. In Nayak's case, the Supreme Court last month dismissed 2 petitions filed by the Karnataka government and Gauri Lankesh's sister seeking cancellation of the bail. Which brings us to the trial itself. Several activists have complained of the lack of speedy trial in the case. 137 out of 530 witnesses have been examined in the case so far. Currently, the case is being heard for 1 week a month at a court in Bengaluru. But many believe this is not enough, especially as some of the accused continue to get bail. An Indian Express report quoting Karnataka police sources says the SIT will move the trial court for more frequent hearings. This is what Gauri's sister Kavita had to say on the delayed trial. It has already been 7 years since she was brutally killed. It has been 9 years since Kalburgi was killed. The trials in the cases have been painfully slow and it is frustrating. I challenged the bail of one of the accused in the case in the Supreme Court, but lost. Many more accused are walking out on bail. A two-time member of parliament from the state even met an accused released on bail. Special court or not, what we need is a speedy trial. And then there's the other aspect, which is the freedom of press. The India Press Freedom Annual Report 2023 showed 5 journalists were killed and 226 others were targeted last year. As per the report, they were targeted by state and non-state political actors, anti-social elements, and criminals. The World Press Freedom Index, published by Reporters Without Borders, showed India ranked 159th in terms of press freedom, 159 out of 180 countries. For reference, as per this index, Pakistan is ranked above India at 152 and Sri Lanka is at 150. India's ranking was 161 out of 180 countries last year. The index ranks 180 countries on the ability of journalists to work and report freely and independently. When last year's rankings came out, RSF put out a statement. It said, the violence against journalists, the politically partisan media, and the concentration of media ownership all demonstrate that press freedom is in crisis in the world's largest democracy, ruled since 2014 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and the embodiment of the Hindu nationalist right. The trial in Gauri Lankesh's case resumes on the 9th of September, and the wait for justice still continues. That's all we have for this report. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to HW News English for more such videos.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.